What is up, y'all? Within today's video, I have a follow-up for the Glamlite situation. If you guys did not see a video, I want to say I made about 10 days ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. Y'all know I'd be losing track of time, and on top of that, too, like, I really have taken quite a few days off for the holidays, even though I spent it by myself. Like, literally, this was my first year in my 34 years of living that I spent Christmas all by myself. But low-key, though, I don't know why I still had like a good time. I literally, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted on my Instagram stories. I made this full-on feast. Like, y'all, I made impossible meatloaf, two different types of mashed potatoes. I made scallop potatoes, which, by the way, was my first time making French onion scallop potatoes. Came out absolutely delicious. Like, honestly, like, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but y'all, beep. Like, it came out so good. Like, I was like, hold up. I need to make this all the time now. And it was my first time making it. And I was like, this is probably not going to be too good, and it literally was probably my favorite like item. Also, it was my first time too making impossible meatloaf, which came out great. Only because if y'all like saw like on the Travel Channel last year, we went to Disneyland and they had an impossible meatloaf, and I was like, oh my god, why is this absolutely amazing? And you know what's so crazy is that they say that like meatloaf is old people's food, but I guess I'm old then. I don't know because y'all, I really do like it. Also, what else did I make? Oh, I made like a Christmas tree shaped out of like bread, but I like used biscuits and I like put like pepper jack cheese inside of it, rolled it into balls, and then shaped it like a Christmas tree. And yeah, anyways, my Christmas was good, even though it was really lonely. But I just feel like, you know what? Sometimes it's like that, y'all. Like I feel like all my friends are like going through their own things right now. I'm going through my own thing mentally too. Like honestly, I was like, you know what? Maybe some alone time is actually good, even though it's on a holiday because my family went out of town and I was like, I don't feel like going to Arizona for Christmas. So I'm gonna stay my ass home. Anyways, y'all, I hope you guys had a good Christmas. This is a follow-up video. There I go rambling, but y'all, I'm literally filming this the day after Christmas. So obviously I had to give you guys a little bit of an update. Starting next year, I will be doing the podcast channel once again. I know I've neglected it, but I was like, you know what? Starting in 2025, I feel like that's gonna be the perfect space for me to do all my rambling, to like ramble on for hours about whatever I want to talk about. So hopefully I don't want to commit to one per week, okay? Letting you guys know that. But maybe like once every 2 weeks, maybe even once a month, okay? But I am going to get back on there, and then I will be doing some solo. I will be having some friends on every now and then. So I'm giving you guys an update on that. Let me give you guys a little bit of context about this Glamlite situation in case you guys don't want to go back to that video. Basically, there was this girl who had ordered some lip kits from Glamlite, and she like showed on video that there was like no product within her lip glosses, and she reached out to them and she was alleging that basically they were like ignoring her, they ended up blocking her. And I said within my video, I was like, that's so shady, like the way they're handling it. And I've heard nothing but amazing things about Glamlite, although I do want to say, I remember back in May, I want to say it was, that I did do another video talking about Glamlite to where they didn't pay a creator. From my memory, y'all, I could totally be wrong on that, but I want to say it was back in May because I was scrolling through my videos and I was like, oh, I did talk about Glamlite in 2024, but it was for that issue. I don't know if they resolved it. But basically, this person was saying that they were like really doing her dirty, and from every like receipt that she was showing, obviously it being one-sided, I was like, damn, like that's shady. Glamlite is like really fucking up right here. Like I feel like they're like handling this all wrong. Like how easy is it to just give a refund? Clearly, she's showing proof that there's no product in there. Well, they ended up reaching out to me, and thankfully they did, because honestly, like I probably wouldn't have saw their side of the story, because I do have to say, like I feel like it is pretty messed up that they were turning off their comments, but now I have a better understanding as to why they turned off their comments, because they were getting spammed with nothing but hate messages. And actually, since they did email me, they sent me all types of proof too, so this is like basically their side of the story, and I'm so glad that they hit me up and they weren't like, whoever was handling their PR actually did a really good job. The email that they wrote me, and by the way, I did ask them for permission if I could share it. I'm not going to be reading the full email though, but I will be reading all of their attachments of their proof, basically their side of the story. Whoever's handling their emails though is a really nice person. I love the way that they handled it. As soon as I saw my email header and it said press Glamlite, and I was like, oh, it's Glamlite, and they're gonna be like talking shit to me, and I'm like, y'all, obviously I make my videos like with just the intent of just like giving my opinion on things, and from what I had saw, I did obviously say within the video, I was like, damn, Glamlite is shady as hell, like this is so messed up. So I thought that they were gonna be coming at me sideways, which y'all, I was like ready. I'm so sorry, but I was like, I know these bitches are not hitting me up trying to like stir the pot and shit, because let me tell you something, I'm not the one, okay? Especially during this time of year, y'all know my seasonal depression's kicking in, and I feel like if they would have came at me sideways, y'all, I probably would have like cussed them out through email. Honestly, but they were so nice and so like I don't know, they really, really respected me, like making my video, talking about it, but then they wanted to give their side of the story. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make a follow up video and talk about this situation because I really do think it is important because obviously we only saw one side of the story. So I will be reading that within today's video. So let me shut up finally and let's go ahead and get into it. So to start this off, I'm just going to go ahead and read their statement that they actually made public, by the way, but they did send it to me privately too. Also, I do want to say this though. They said within their email that they made like a public statement about this because it was blowing up so fast on TikTok. But I went to their Instagram, I went to their TikTok stories, I went like like on their regular TikTok page. I clicked on their TikTok stories. I went on their regular Instagram, clicked on their Instagram stories, and I'm like, I didn't see this posted anywhere. But they said it was posted, publicly, and all on top of that too, it says "Hello Glam Fam." So, anyways, this is what it says right here. It says, "Hello Glam Fam. We're aware of the concerns raised regarding our desert lip kits and want to share our perspective directly. On 12/9 at approximately 1:42 p.m., a customer reached out to our customer service team about a concern regarding their lip kits. Upon receiving the message at 3:04 p.m., the customer was offered a full refund and immediate apology within minutes of receipts, screenshots attached. We want to dismantle the false narrative that has been circulating claiming that a refund was only offered after the customer's video went viral. Additionally, the customer was notified that refunds were approved for additional orders that were still in transit to the customer as a kind gesture." They did note that too when they sent me the email. I was like, oh wow, wait, so they offered multiple refunds to this person. So basically she placed multiple orders, right? And then the one that she had already received obviously didn't have products, so they were like, let's just go ahead and refund her for all of her orders, not even knowing if the ones that she actually got were coming on their way were faulty. So I thought that was a really nice gesture, obviously, because they were like, oh, let's make this right. And y'all know I said within my video, I was like, how easy it is to like literally just be like, hey, let me give you a refund and I'll send you out a new one. You know what I mean? So I do have to say, and I will show you guys proof that they, reached out to the customer and like did this. I have to say, like, they handled it right. And I guess this is where it sucks for me, obviously, to jump to conclusions. But I feel like that's human nature. As soon as you see one side of the story, obviously that's what you're going with. And I really felt like this person creating the video had like no reason to lie. She obviously showed on video that these products were, empty. Like you could literally see through her camera that it's like she just opened the glass and there's like no product in there. So honestly, I just thought like, oh my gosh, like Glamlite's not handling this right. But come to find out, I think they handled it really good. So anyways, the very next day, the customer posted a video claiming that we deleted their negative review. To address this misinformation, TikTok shop sellers cannot remove product reviews. And this is what I specifically wanted to touch on because I literally said within my last video, I was like, I feel like TikTok shop and like Yelp and all these places should not be able to have access to control their reviews. Then obviously they would be able to delete every single negative review and manipulate the audience to think that this product is like a 5 stars out of 5 stars, So this goes and proves right here that actually the TikTok shop owner cannot edit reviews. So I don't know what was going on there. Within minutes of this video being posted, we were immediately flooded with hundreds of hateful comments and direct messages from fake accounts, which included death threats, hate speech, doxing, etc. A few screenshots of the many messages/comments received. One unknown individual took matters too far and impersonated our CEO and sent a text message to a Glamlite team member with unknown motives. While we respect all feedback, we will not tolerate hateful language on our platforms. For this reason, multiple users were removed not to silence concerns, but because hate speech and harmful behavior have no place in our community. Despite the user being removed, we want to clarify that this did not impact their ability to contact us through customer service. Throughout the entire exchange, we maintained kind and professional communication via the customer service chat for several days later. So this is something that I really wanted to touch on right here because obviously now hearing this side of the story, everything starts to make sense as to why they ended up like, turning off their comments, you know what I mean? Obviously because they were getting flooded with all this types of hate. As you guys can actually see from right here, like this person was like, y'all products belong in a dollar store. You guys suck, scamming ass motherfuckers, nasty as fuck, dookie booty products. All y'all models look like they on crack. Like you guys can see right here, obviously from, these screenshots. I knew you were bum bitches work. All of you are going to die for scamming. Obviously I think that people, as soon as something goes viral on TikTok, and hey, obviously I'm guilty of this too, I feel like we all just jump to conclusions and we're all like, oh my gosh, that is taking it way too far though. You guys can go back to my video. I refuse to delete it. Like, oh, also that's another thing too. is I was thinking that when Glamlite hit me up, I was like, oh, damn, they're going to want me to delete my video. That ain't going to happen. I'm not going to delete that video because obviously that was my thoughts and opinions at the time of that scenario happening. So I'm going to keep that up, obviously. But luckily, they did not ask me to delete it because y'all would have been impressed if they did, because I'd have been like, absolutely not. Like, y'all can pay me 10K to take it down and then I'll take it down. But besides that, I'm not going to. But luckily, they didn't, though. I think that you guys, my point of saying that was you guys can go back to that video and see within there and see that I actually was saying, like, damn, this is really shady of them. That's messed up of them. Never once did I threaten them. Never once did I threaten to dox them, to, you know what I mean, these things to them. And I feel like people this day and age have really lost their minds. Like, they see a viral video on TikTok and it's like, hey, if you have thoughts and opinions about it, of course, make a TikTok about it. Be like, oh my God, have you guys heard about Glamlite? Like, what they did, this is really shady. Of course, I totally get all that. But these types of messages here, clearly the person like who sent this is like mentally deranged. Like, honestly, this is some crazy ass shit right here, for to be writing people like this, to literally say you guys are going to die for scamming. Like, who, like, clearly they're not right in their state of mind. Like, I just don't get it. And I guess apparently they even posted this too to their stories. It says just a few of the hundreds of harmful / abusive comments we were receiving, making us disable comments. So now I completely understand why they did that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously now it all starts to make sense. Also, okay, I do have to read this too, so you guys can see. This is the proof right here. This person had sent them the video. I want to say maybe through TikTok Shop DMs, or maybe through just like a TikTok DMs. I can't really see because the top part of it is cut off, but it says the chat has been assigned for customer service. So I'm assuming through TikTok Shop. It says of the tubes, there is like no product. So the person sent that video, which obviously we played within last week's video. And this is what Glamlite had responded back to them. Hi there, we are truly sorry for this. We will share this with our quality control team for review. In the meantime, please submit a refund and return request. This way we can issue a full refund and our quality control team can evaluate the products. Clearly they handled the situation right, you know, from right there from the jump. Here's my little thing here where I was a little bit disappointed, only because I want things to be as factual as possible, is that actually seeing right here, it says 12/9 at 3:04 p.m. I'm so curious to know at what time the first message was sent by the customer who was complaining. They did say that they received a message at 1:42 p.m. That's when they said the customer reached out in their statement to the public, but it doesn't show right here, because I feel like if you go onto like Instagram DMs, it'll tell you what time, you know, this person sent the message, what time you sent this message, and you could just like slide to the side like an iMessage and actually see what time, because I do think that that is important to note too. Also too, there is another statement that they had put right here too. Good morning. They blocked out the thing. The refunds were processed by us yesterday. Within a few hours of receiving your message is our way of making things right by you. TikTok usually takes 3 to 4 business days to process the refund and deposit the funds into your account. We will send you a screenshot of the confirmation for your records. All 3 orders were refunded, including the ones in transit. Do you have an email address where we can send you the refund confirmation for all 3 orders? You do not need to return the items. We hope you enjoy them. And then this is where, like, you can see at the bottom, she says, the person, oh, I'll be taking the items to the BBB. So, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm obviously having a little bit of change of heart here, and I'm starting to see that they did try to make the matter right. And obviously it just blew up on TikTok, and I really do feel like, okay, like, as a business, and I'm being so for real with this, because obviously the customer was just like still not satisfied with, you know, the outcome, which I think it's a nice gesture to say, for example, if you placed 4 orders or 3 orders and you already received one of them, but then say, for example, there's still 2 on the way, to refund them for all 3 of the orders when you don't even know the quality control on the next 2 are going to be bad. I think that's a nice gesture. I feel like that's really a great business move. I don't know what else the customer would expect out of this situation. That's where I'm like, I'm a little bit confused here at what the customer was exactly expecting. And I think that's where it's kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on that, because honestly, I really do feel like as a business owner, I feel like, damn, wouldn't that be enough to make the customer happy? Like, what are you expecting here? This is another thing that they did post up as well too, and they did send it to me through email. It says, to address the allegation that the bundle was removed in an attempt to hide her review, the bundle the customer referred to was part of our Black Friday / Cyber Monday flash sale and was removed as schedule, not as a reaction to reviews. Both the bundle and individual listings for our desert lip kits are currently sold out. However, the reviews remain accessible on the listing. As of now, our store holds a 4.8 star rating across 52,584 reviews, with 1,310 being negative. We have not, nor would we ever, single out or target the review of any individual user. To date, we have sold over 600,000 lip kits At the time of our initial response, this was the first report we received regarding a fill issue. Since then, a handful of additional customers have reported a similar concern, all of whom were promptly issued apologies and refunds upon contacting us. Despite the handful of complaints out of tens of thousands of orders of the Desert Lip Kits shipped, we still take the matter extremely seriously. In full transparency, we have made the decision to postpone our upcoming restock to allow our manufacturer additional time to conduct additional quality control inspections. No brand is perfect, but we remain committed to addressing issues fairly and promptly. At Glamlite, our mission has always been to deliver high quality products at an affordable price, and that will never change. Please remember that behind our brand are real people, so we kindly ask for respect and understanding even when concerns arise about your order. As 2024 comes to a close, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering support this holiday season. We've already gifted over $50,000 worth of complimentary products to give back to our amazing community. We hope this gesture reflects the true spirit of what Glamlite represents. Wishing you all joy and warmth this holiday season. I have to keep it real with you guys. Like, after reading everything and seeing the actual screenshots that the brand did reach out back to this person to offer the refund and obviously say, hey, send us the email so we can send you a refund confirmation for the 3/4 orders, or 3 or 4 orders, I forget what it was, that you have. Like, I think they handled it right. I'm sorry. So I have a complete change of tune here versus last week's video, because obviously I did only know, one side of the story. But now that I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, I kind of like wonder, what was the customer expecting out of this? Like, were they expecting like a check, here's $20,000 or something? Because I really feel like at the end of the day, give them their refund and that's like pretty much it. Like, me as a brand owner, what I would do is I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry for that. Let me refund you, and then I'm going to send you out another one. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's the best way. But obviously, they refunded her for all of her orders. So I don't know. I think that that's a good way of handling it. I'm so glad that they reached out to me, because I literally, like I said, I was like, they said that they made this public, but I guess maybe I saw it a day late or something, and maybe, it had ran out of the 24 hours on the story. I'm really not too sure. But anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.